It was a mild November day. The years had lifted the burden from Ali Baba in this quiet corner of Baghdad. He was an old man now, but his face always smiled with the comfort of wealth and the joy of his family. The treasure of the 40 Thieves had been wisely used, bringing prosperity to his family and quietly growing large enough not to draw attention. Marjane, Ali Baba's shrewd daughter-in-law from the original story, was now the head of the household. She carried the knowledge of not only Ali Baba's secret, but also the awareness of having defeated the spirit of the thieves. His son, the young Qasim, had grown up knowing the source of their wealth, but had kept the secret closely, as per his father's strict instruction. Yet peace is sometimes the harbinger of the greatest danger: a mysterious disappearance. Everything began with Ali Baba's habit of visiting the cave, now out of sight, but still watched. Once a month, he would open the cave with the magical words, "Open Sesame," check on the treasure, and most importantly, listen to the eerie silence of the underground. On that day, the cave was as it always was. The gold glittered, and the silks maintained their softness. Just as Ali Baba was about to leave, his eye caught something. In the deepest, darkest corner of the cave, covered in a thick layer of cobwebs, was a small, carved wooden box he had never noticed before. When Ali Baba opened the box, he found neither gold nor jewels. There was only a worn parchment. The Curse of the 40th. This is only the first door. He who seeks the second, look to the Valley of 7 Shadows. The door will be opened by the secret first seen by moonlight. Ali Baba's heart raced. This had to be a note left by the last surviving thief or their leader. Was the treasure a secret greater than it seemed? Marjane's suspicion. Ali Baba showed the note to Marjane. Reading it, Marjane frowned. "Father, this could be a trap. Perhaps a surviving thief left a false clue to distract us." Ali Baba shook his head. "No, Marjane. The 40 Thieves used this cave for years. Their leader was consumed by great ambition. This is evidence of something they didn't just accumulate, but hid. The ink on this note is old. It must have been here for decades." Marjane reread the words on the note. The Valley of 7 Shadows, a desolate area far from Baghdad. But what does "the secret first seen by moonlight" mean? "I do not know," Ali Baba said, "but this door is the key to a greater adventure. We must uncover the secret, otherwise, one day, it will fall into the hands of others, and our peace will end." A new partner. To solve this riddle, Ali Baba and Marjane sought out Zaid, a woman known as the wisest, most solitary scholar in Baghdad. Zaid was an expert in ancient languages and famous for researching forgotten legends. When Zaid examined the note, her eyes shone. The language used in this note is a very old dialect of Aramaic. The phrase, "the curse of the 40th," suggests that this group was not just simple robbers. They may have been heirs to a great secret cult. Zaid deciphered the riddle's answer. The secret first seen by moonlight means the shadow cast by the first ray of moonlight hitting an ancient monument in the center of the valley precisely at the moment the moon reaches its highest point during the full moon. This meant a hidden door that could only be sought on a specific day, at a specific hour. Ali Baba's peaceful days were over. For the safety of his family and his secret, he had to embark on a dangerous adventure again, despite his age. He had only his shrewd daughter-in-law Marjane and the knowledgeable Zaid by his side. Chapter 2. The Valley of 7 Shadows. The journey begins. The trio set off towards the Valley of 7 Shadows on camels, carrying scarce provisions. The valley was named after the long, eerie shadows cast by the 7 high peaks surrounding it, which fell across the valley at sunset. It was a desolate place, believed to be cursed, and avoided by everyone. During the journey, Zaid recounted old legends she had gathered about the thieves and their leader. These thieves were not just robbers. They were a cult seeking a legendary power called the 7 Seals of the Ancient Kingdoms. Their first cave was merely a storage house. The real goal was to unite these seals and seize the wealth and power of those kingdoms. The secret monument and the second door. After a difficult 3-day journey, they reached the valley. The night of the full moon, calculated by Zaid, was approaching. In the center of the valley, they found a monument carved from dark, weathered rocks, bearing not Arabic script, but older, unknown symbols. When the full moon reached its highest point in the sky, a magical moment occurred. The sharp beam of moonlight struck the 7 mysterious symbols on the monument, and 7 separate shadows converged precisely where Marjane expected, on the ground nearby. The soil was soft at the point where the shadow fell shortest. "Dig," Marjane shouted. Moments later, a second door appeared, old, heavy, and made of bronze. This door was far more majestic and terrifying. A large 7-headed dragon figure was carved into it. The unexpected guest. Just then, a voice echoed in the darkness. "Congratulations, Ali Baba, you have solved my secret." A tall, coarse-looking man, old but strong, stepped out of the shadows. His face was covered in scars. He held a curved scimitar. Ali Baba whispered in horror, "Ibn Hamid, the chief of the 40 Thieves. I thought you were dead." Ibn Hamid smiled bitterly. "Marjane's hot oil claimed another thief in my place. I was far away on another mission that day, but I never forgot my vow of vengeance. I have been watching you and this treasure for years." Ibn Hamid took a step towards Ali Baba. "Open the door. We will enter together. Otherwise, your family's end, Qasim's end, will be swift." Here is where the new adventure truly begins.